It's Kayla with the Celebration Company. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day today. Y'all, we have a fun new product on the website, and we're going to do something really fun with it. I want to show you all how I'm going to craft with these. And I think it's going to be lots of fun. Now, there's obviously all kinds of different things that you could do with these. So use your imagination, get creative with them. But I'm going to show you just one thing that you can do today. That's a lot of fun. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. I hope everyone's having a really great day. I'm so glad to see you all today. Today is the 22nd day of our Christmas in July, and it's almost complete. We are almost done. We have 1 day left. 1 day to go. And then we're going to be into August, which is so hard to believe. So today we have an additional 15% off chipboard and an additional 15% off these ornaments that I'm about to show you that are available as a set of 3. And the Snowman Challenge is almost complete as well. That ends tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day for you to submit your snowmen. We have got lots of really beautiful snowmen, so it's going to be hard to choose from. But we are going to make a decision, and we're going to pick a winner, and we will reveal that winner on the 1st of August. And that person's going to be receiving a $200 Hobby Lobby gift card. So that's a big deal. You don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So make sure that you are taking part in the Shop Your Stash Snowman Challenge. You still have time. Go shop your stash and make a snowman and post it, okay? All right, let's see who we've got joining today. All right. Hey, Teresa. I'm good. How are you? Hi, Rhonda. Hey, Dorothy. Hello, Rosemarie. Hi, Tina. Hey, Desiree. Hi, Danae. Hey, Teresa. Teresa, I never did name him. I need to go through and pick a name. Hey, Carolyn. Hi, Stacy. I'm so glad that you loved the elf, though, Teresa. Hi, Marcia. Hello. All right, y'all. So let me show you these ornaments. Okay, so these come in a set of 3. They are $5.99 on the website. They're 15% off today, and the set is a tree, a gingerbread man, and a candy cane. All right, and you can use them for lots of different things. Today we're going to use them for ornaments. Okay, so you could use them for whatever you want to, but they're basically these little frames. Okay, so on one side they're sort of set in, and on the other side they're flat. Okay, and then they're hollow in the middle, just like a frame. So you could use them literally just like a frame and put it onto something to kind of frame up a little image or something like that. You can use them as ornaments, all kinds of different things. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. We're going to do all 3 a little bit differently, but similar concept, and create some beautiful ornaments. So, hey Carol, hey Myrna. Tina says she's hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Thank you, Teresa. That is awesome. Y'all, if you're not an email subscriber, you need to be. Our email subscribers received a fun discount code in their email, and also an opportunity to win a glue gun by taking part in a giveaway. So you want to make sure that you're part of our email. If you're not, you need to be, okay? All right, let's get into it. Hey, Jesselyn. Hi, Allison. Tina's celebrating their 38th wedding anniversary. Congratulations, Tina. Happy anniversary. I hope your anniversary is great. What are you all doing tonight or this weekend? How are you celebrating? All right. So let's get into it. We're going to do let's do the gingerbread man first. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is paint the frame. Okay, we're going to paint actually the edge and then this side here. This is actually going to be the front. This sort of open side is going to be the front. Okay, so let's grab some paint. I'm going to go with raw sienna, I think. Now it's supposed to cool down here next week. Is it cooling down where y'all are at? It's going to get into the low 80s. Going out for dinner. Thank you, Pam. All right, let me grab a paper towel. Okay, so we're just going to get this painted because I don't want it to be white. So we'll probably have to do a couple of coats. But I'm just mostly getting the edge, and then we'll just go ahead and kind of get this frame. And we'll probably have to do 2 coats. Hi, Holly. Also, the doll forms, they are still available and they're still 15% off. So make sure you grab those. They will only be available until I think through the weekend, okay? And then they're not going to be available any longer. So if you want those, I would go on and snag them. Ooh, fun! Oh my gosh, I bet you are, Dorothy. I've always wanted to go to Cedar Point. That sounds like fun, but super hot. Okay. There we go. All right, let's try it. I am using raw sienna, and I actually don't like the color now that I'm sitting here looking at it in comparison to what I'm going to be putting on the inside. I don't think this is going to work. So I'm going to mix a different color. Didn't really dawn on me until right now. Bridget, they're not cookie cutters. They have a similar concept and a similar look to cookie cutters, but they aren't cookie cutters. Okay, can't get any more out of that. Let's go with, we'll do a little bit of milk chocolate. And I need some yellow, I think. I'm going to add lemon yellow. Let's see what we get. Choose the back of this. And I think I need some white. Actually, I think I need blue. Let's go with some blue. So this is peacock blue. I don't have the color that I need. Let's see what this does to it. The blue is going to neutralize this a little bit more. the color that I'm trying to match, this is going to be hard. Okay, I'm going to add some white to it now. And it looks pretty close. Let's see what the white looks like. I do love coasters for sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. I think I'm a little too gray. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the milk chocolate. Thank you, Teresa. No, I'm struggling with this color. Now it's too pink. It went too pink again. Okay, I'm going to add a smidge of blue and some yellow. Yes, Carolyn, they are. But this is a little bit different. Okay, I'm doing more yellow. Holy moly, y'all. I might get where I want it to be. Or I might not. I don't know. I don't want to tell you what I'm trying to match because I don't want to give away what I'm getting ready to do. I feel so far off. It's too gray. It's sort of a little too green and it needs to be a little more reddish. I'm going to try adding some orange to it. For sure, Kathy. Okay, I think that helps. Okay, that helps. I'm gonna add a little bit more and then I think I'll be satisfied. Maybe. Hey Janelle, I'm glad you can be back and I'm sorry you've had health issues. I hope that you're doing better. Prayers for you and that things do get better. All right. So this is what we end up with. Sort of this khaki light color. Let's see what this looks like. Thank you all. You want to make sure that you're getting that top and around the inside. Here we go. Now, I want to dry this so I can do another coat, unfortunately. I think it's going to need it. So, let's get that dried real quick, and then we'll do one more coat. Okay. Here's what it's looking like so far. Probably should be painting the other side as well. And I'm not worried so much about this inside. I'm mostly worried about the top, but some of that might show, so, you know, you might as well, I guess, just go on and get it painted. I think, Naomi, what you're hearing is actually the washer and dryer. Andrew's got laundry going. The printers are going, but I doubt that that's what you're hearing. Because they're not very loud. I mean, I know y'all do hear them sometimes, but they're being kind of quiet right now. Okay. That looks good. All right. Let's try this. And I'm not going to worry about the back, but I'll show you what you can do. I'll show you on some of the others what you can do. It can be a double-sided ornament, and it'll be different on both sides depending upon how you decide to decorate it. All right. Okie doke. So, we finally got that done. Set this aside. Now I'm going to take a piece of chipboard. Okay, we have chipboard available on our website. Comes in a pack of 10, I believe. And it might be 20. I don't know. Anyways, it is a really great product. We use it all the time. I highly recommend it. So I'm going to take my gingerbread man. I'm going to lay it on my chipboard, and I'm just going to trace around it. All right. Then we're just going to cut this out, but we're going to cut it inside the line a little bit because we want a piece of chipboard that's going to sit inside here. Okay. Now you could just paint these, leave them like this, and decorate them just like that, as little, like, it would look like a cookie cutter or something like that. And that would just be your craft right there. Just add a bow, add a hanger, maybe some floral on there, and you've got a really cute little ornament. So that's just another way that you can do this. So I'm going to cut inside the line by about 1/8 of an inch. Peggy, it would stand on its own, but it would be better if you put something behind it to help it, because it's not got a lot of width on the bottom. There you go, Teresa. Go make some cookies. We're getting there. You just want to make sure not to cut too far inside, otherwise it's going to fall through. We want this to sit on that little lip. Okay, so here's our piece of chipboard all cut out. And you just want to make sure that it fits inside, and sometimes it's hard to get it to fit. I'll trim it a little bit in a few different spots. Yeah, you could do a Jenga block on the back, something like that. And y'all, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to be able to get it in there. Finding little areas that don't want to get in. Okay, I think I got it now. I'm gonna trim just this a little bit more. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some glue. I'm gonna use tacky glue. You can use super glue for this. Hot glue is not gonna do very well for this. So I would use a tacky glue or a super glue. And you're just gonna take some glue right on this little lip here, and we're just going to glue this chipboard right inside. All right, so now I'll just take my chipboard and put it in there. And this just is going to create a base. Now you can also, if you wanted to, you could paint the back side, which I didn't do because we're live and y'all don't want to sit and, you know, watch me paint for forever. So, but you could paint the back side. You could also add some paper to the chipboard, and that could be your ornament all by itself. Or you can have it be double-sided as well. Lori, and when I am down here in the basement, I do get cold. It's cooler down here. Not to mention there is air down here as well, so it stays pretty cool down here. All right. Now, we can take and put a hole in here, which I think I want to do. I'm going to get my wood burning tool. Hang on just a second. You just got to remember where it is, because it's not in here. Okay, maybe it's in here. Ooh. In here. There it is. Holy moly. That is cold. I would be shivering. All right. So let me just plug this in. This is a wood burning tool, and this has a little point on the end. And so what we can do with this is put a hole in our ornament. So I'm going to wait for this to warm up for a second. And then we'll just puncture right through the top. We can put in a hole. Then we can grab some baker's twine. Okay, I can grab some baker's twine. Just cut a piece. And then knot it, fold it over and knot it. Okay, just like that. All right, so now we have a little loop. So I'll just take my wood burning tool. I'm just kind of estimating the middle. And I'm just going to push this through. It's not super warmed up yet. Okay, just like that. And then we can just shove this up through. I'll probably need a piece of wire for that. Grab a piece of wire. Just take my wire, stick it through the loop, and then put the wire through the hole. All right, there we go. Okay, so here we go. We've got our hook in there, so we've got a way to hang it. I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue. Sand came off. All right, a little bit of hot glue, and I'm just going to glue the hanger so that it doesn't come out. So I'm just going to add some hot glue just right kind of up underneath it and just glue that down. All right. Now, we're going to fill this, okay? So this is kind of the concept of what we're doing today. We're filling it. So you can fill it with lots of different things. I'm going to show you 3 things we're going to do today, hopefully, if I have time to get to all 3. So the first one we're going to use is pom-poms. I have these brown pom-poms. Y'all, the wood burning tool is definitely hot now. Can y'all see? Can I turn this? There we go. Just go ahead and turn that off. Okay. So I have these pom-poms. These originally came from the Dollar Tree, I think. I had 3 different colors. Actually, I've got 4 different colors of this sort of a brown color. And so we are going to fill the entire inside of this with our pom-poms. And we're going to use, I've got 2 different sizes. And we're just going to add hot glue and then just press the pom-pom in, okay? And you just can use different sizes and different colors. You just want to get it in there pretty tight. And we're just going to fill it up. You want them to kind of all combine together as one. And try and not do a pattern. And I'm telling myself this. I don't want a pattern. Make sure to use, I think, the smaller size in there as well, which is going to make it look. These pom-poms came from the Dollar Tree. Now, it has been a while since I got them, and I'm not sure if they still sell them or not, but they were in the craft section at the Dollar Tree is where I originally got them. You could use regular pom-poms for this as well. Looks like I need another small one in there. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so you can just see how we're filling that up. And the goal here is definitely to get it in there fairly tight. And just use some of these smaller ones to sort of fill in. Now I do have these dark brown ones, which I'm hoping I don't need to use. If I need to use the dark brown ones, then I'll just pull some of these out and swap them for the dark brown. You also don't want this to look like rows. You want it to be nice and random. So you just keep on filling. And like I said, it would be fun to do regular pom-poms in here as well. You could do multiple colors. You could do all one color. I feel like I'm not gonna have enough is my worry. Just got half of it done. So this is how it looks. Hey Doreen. Just kind of fun, different, little unique. Thank you, Carol. It's going to be close. Very close. I just hope I'm not to the point where I'm like short one pom-pom. That would really suck. What do y'all think? Y'all like this idea? small one right there. Just using the small ones to really fill in so I don't have any gaps and holes. Okay, I'm down to just a few. Okay, these right here are all that I have left. So I want to space them out right. And then I've got a few of the tiny ones left. I think we have just enough. I think we can do it. Put that in there. We'll add this one here. And I'll do this one here. Let's see here, I got a little gap right here. That one in. Little gap right here. Here we go. Okay. So, here it is. All right, now you can leave it like this, but of course we're not going to. So I'm going to grab, I've got these red pom-poms. So we're gonna add these for the buttons, just right on top of the other pom-poms. Okay, and then I've got some black pom-poms here that I want to see what I like for the eyes, if I like those, or they might be too big. So what else do I have that I could use for the eyes? I don't have my little looking for my little black beaded things. I don't think I have them. I think either I got rid of them or I'm out. It does kind of remind you of that. These just feel a little too big to me. What if we didn't do eyes? What if we just did a ribbon for a bow? Like a bow tie or a head bow. A hair bow. Not a head bow, a hair bow. And we just didn't do a face. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm just gonna make a little bow. I think I like the boy. And I'm gonna glue that. I think it's pretty cute, just like that, without a face. Just like that. Look how fun that is. Now you can always go back and just paint the entire back so it's just all one color. which is what I need to do. But that is a lot of fun. Okay, so let me show you two other ideas. Okay, we're gonna do the gingerbread or the candy cane next. Holy moly. Whew. Okay. The strings are getting on my nerves here. Okay. What is the framed picture in the lower right corner? Lower right corner, looking at down on the bottom or on the dresser? Okay, so I'm going to take my candy cane and I'll just lay it onto my chipboard and we're just going to trace it. This one we're not going to paint, but you could paint it, but I'm going to leave it white. And then we're going to cut it out just like we did on the other. And of course, we're going to cut inside the line by 1/8 of an inch or more. Okay, Larissa, that is a sign that my grandfather made for us. I'll show it to you here in just a second. He has got a CNC router. And so he was playing one day and he made that for us. Super sweet. Yay, Mary. Okay. So it says, the Celebration Company, let your imagination run with Kayla and Cindy. Lives by Kayla, craft supplies, craft kits, get your supplies monthly, special promotions, and more. My grandfather made that for us. All right. Okay, so we're going to take this. Now with this, you can, I'll go on and do it just to kind of show you. So you can take a piece of craft paper and turn your candy cane the direction that you want it. I always get confused on this. It needs to be like that. Yes. Okay. So that should be right. Or it really doesn't matter. I just have to put it on the right side. Okay. So we're just going to cut this out. You can also decoupage your paper onto your chipboard before you cut your chipboard. Okay, so we're just going to decoupage that on, or I'm just going to use a glue stick for that. Okay, that on. There we go. All right. Then you can take and glue this into your candy cane. Just make sure it fits. So again, I'm going to use my Eileen's Tacky Glue for this. Or you can use super glue. And again, you can paint this frame just with your regular acrylic paint. The glue stick holds the paper pretty well. I like using the glue stick. This is extra strength that I'm using though. I love the extra strength glue stick. Okay, so I'm just pressing that in. Okay, now we are getting ready to have some fun. First, I want to make sure that I get my hanger put in. So I'm going to turn my wood burning tool on again so I can make a hole. You can also do the hole with your hot glue gun. It's not as good, but if you use the Celebration Company glue gun, you can use the precision tip and that'll probably help a little bit. And you just hold it on there until it melts through. Okay. I just have to wait for this to warm up enough that I can make my hole. Let me go on and get my hanger made. So just a piece of baker's twine, fold it in half, and then knot it. Cut off the excess. All right, and then I'm just gonna take a look and find the middle. Still warming up. Press it through. Going through the bottom too. Okay. Then we'll just take a piece of wire. Right. Just like that. Okay. And I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue and glue that down so that it doesn't come out. Just kind of gluing right up under the knot. Okay, so here is one side. So you can literally just do that and be done. Okay, or you can have it be double-sided, which is what we're going to do right now. So you're going to need your Eileen's tacky glue. And we are basically going to fill this entire thing with our tacky glue. We do need quite a bit of tacky glue. Hang on just a second, y'all. My phone's about to die. Let me glue my phone in, or plug my phone in. I need to glue it. Okay. All right, so we're going to be using quite a bit of tacky glue. We're going to fill the inside here with our tacky glue. We want a thick layer of it, not just like a brushed on layer. We want it thick. So I'm actually going to take this and go all the way around the edges. Almost like you're running a caulk gun down the edge. Go all the way down the edges. Okay, and then we're going to fill the inside. So I just take and just kind of do this. Putting quite a bit in there. And then when I feel like I have quite a bit, I'm just going to take the tip here and just kind of start swirling it. Just to make sure every inch is covered. And like I said, that we have sort of a thick layer of glue. Okay, we don't want it thin. And we definitely want to make sure we cover up that where we put our hanger in there. I love candy canes, Teresa. I bet that is beautiful. Okay, here we go. All right, that looks good. So it's nice and full. We've got a good thick layer all over the entire thing, okay? Can y'all see that? All right. You could use resin. Yes, you could use resin. You could use resin for this for sure. I've never used resin, but you could definitely use resin on this. All right, so I've just got a tray here just to make it easier on me. And then I have got sprinkles. Okay, so this is just a mixture of some sprinkles that I had. They are pink and red and a little bit of green, cute sprinkles. And we're just going to sprinkle this in our candy cane. All right, and you're just gonna go a little bit too much. You'll probably overfill. Now, I'm just gonna take my fingers and I'm just gonna press the sprinkles into the glue. We want to get as much of it covered as we possibly can. So you're just pressing those in to that glue. Then after you get them pressed, you're just gonna dump it. Okay, and whatever did not stick into the glue is gonna fall out. Then I'm just gonna, so this is what it looks like. Really cute. I'm just gonna take a look and see if I've got any that look like they're not sticking, or maybe are sort of sticking out over the edge. I don't want that. And then I'm just sort of, okay, so this is why you want a nice thick layer of glue. Okay. All right. Then the next thing that I did was I just took some glitter to just fill in if there's any spots that there isn't. It's kind of like the hole you put your big stones in and then your little stones in and then your sand and all of that. It's kind of that same premise. So now we're going to take the glitter and just sprinkle glitter all over this, and then anywhere where that glue is not covered, the glitter is going to touch that glue. So I'm just sort of moving it around, and then I'm just going to dump it out. And you'll get more glitter than you expect, and it just turns out so stinking beautiful. Look how fun that is. And you could get creative with this. You could do like red sprinkles and white sprinkles and do like stripes if you wanted to. That could be lots of fun. Barbara, we have had these sprinkles before. We don't have them on the website anymore. You can get them from Glitz and Glue. You can get them from Amazon, but we don't carry them anymore. So fun. Now we could also, if we wanted to, and we want to, add a bow. Let me grab my ribbon. Here it is. Isn't it fun? So pretty, so fun and easy to do. Now, if you are someone who likes to play in resin, you could cover this in resin also. if you wanted to, and have like a solid surface would be really fun. Okay. So then cut my ribbon, add my bow right to the top where the hanger is, and set it aside to dry. And look how cute that is. So here's the first one, the gingerbread man. And then the candy cane. Now we're going to do the tree. And this is different. I haven't tried this, so we'll see how this goes. The tacky glue is Eileen's tacky glue. Clear gel tacky glue. You can get it from Amazon. Let me find a link for you real quick. Eileen's clear gel tacky glue. Okay, so here's the link. I'll post it here in the comments for the tacky glue. All right. So next, let's do the tree. Okay, so for the tree, I think I'm going to leave the frame white. And let's go on and cut out our chipboard. I'm going to use this paper here, I think, which is from this month's collection, and decoupage that on. Sure that I can fit the tree on there. All right, so I'm just going to use some glue stick here. And put my paper down. Do this first. Makes it a little bit easier. Don't have to cut twice. Then I'll take my tree and lay it down. I'm trying to find the end here. I'll do this. Okay. There we go. All right, so we're going to trace our tree. Hey, Jamie. All right, and we'll cut the tree out. And again, we're going to cut on the inside of our line because we want to be able to fit it on the inside here, and we've got some extra spaces. And this is just so we've got something pretty on the back side instead of it just being a piece of chipboard. So you can eliminate this if you don't want to do the craft paper and just paint the back side. Or maybe you've got a piece of strong cardstock that's white that you could use. You could do that as well. But you can do lots of different things with these ornaments. So like I said, you don't have to fill them like we're doing. You don't have to put something inside them with like the chipboard. You could leave them as just frames and just paint them and add a bow to them, add a little bit of floral embellishment, and they would be beautiful. All right, let's see if this fits. always difficult. You would think if you're tracing it and cutting it out, it would fit. For some reason, it doesn't always work like that. All right. Actually, did not do a very good job with that. But we're going to be fine. Rhonda, yes, I do have a link for the ornaments. Let me grab it. All right, here we go. Okay, there you go. They are in the comments. Y'all gotta do a little chapstick application here. Hi, Dee. Dorman, thank you so much for being here today. We're so glad to have you. And thank you to whoever it is that shared. We are making some fun ornaments today using a new product that's available on our website. So these little frames or ornaments are available on our website. They come, the tree, the gingerbread man, and the candy cane. And this is what we did with the candy cane. Okay. And then this is what we did with the gingerbread man. So now we're going to work on the tree. So let's glue this in here. This time, because I did such a terrible job cutting this, I'm going to put my glue on the edge of my chipboard. And I'm using the tacky glue again. I put the glue on the wrong side. Holy moly, y'all. I'm a mess. We all know this. We'll just acknowledge it now. I am a mess. Okay, let's try that again. We're sitting here saying I'm amazing, and here I am putting glue on the wrong side. Okay, there we go. So let's put this in here. Just like that. All right. Now, I don't know how this next part is going to go, so we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to grab a cup. And I have some Epsom salt. This is just from the Dollar Tree, I think. I'm going to fill my cup with some salt. And then I'm going to grab some paint. And I'm going to use Hauser Medium Green because it'll go well with this color from the paper that we use for the back, okay? Like I said, I don't know if this is gonna work. So I've never tried this before. It's a new thought. So let's see what happens. We're gonna paint our Epsom salt. Okay. I'm gonna grab a paper towel. No, not a paper towel. I'm gonna grab a piece of wax paper. Okay. All right. Let's take our paint. We're gonna put a little bit of paint in here. And we're just gonna start stirring this up until it's all coated in paint. Me too, Dana. They are all pretty good. All right, I think I need some more. It's working though. And now you could make it where it's completely covered to where it still has some white. I'm thinking I kind of like the way this is looking. All right, so look at it. Y'all see that? Okay, we're gonna dump this out. Onto my wax paper just to make sure that it starts to dry out. What's wrong?
If I knew how I do it by pushing over, he'd get out there do it. I've done it a long time ago. He's out there begging me to push one.
That won't last.
No, probably not. But it is right now, and it's hot.
I know. All right, so I'm just spreading this out into a thin layer. I just want to make sure that it's dry. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside and we're gonna grab our tree and we're gonna put our Eileens into our tree, just like we did with the gingerbread man. And I'm taking the lid off and I'm gonna just dump some in, make it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to go around all the edges, just like we did with our candy cane. Okay, so then we'll just take and just spread this around just to cover everything. We want it nice and thick, like I said before. We still want this nice and thick. I'm just doing little swirls in the glue. You don't want it so thick that it's like filling, you know, the entire thing. You just want it thick enough that it's got a little bit of deepness to it so that the pieces can sit into it instead of just sitting on top. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. I think this is good. All right. Fun, Dana. All right, so let's take, let me dump this stuff out. Okay. All right, I'm going to set my, actually, let me get rid of all that. Okay. Set this in there, just like that. Rhonda, Andrew whistles a lot. I do not know how to. I cannot. My mouth will not do it. Never have I been able to. All right. They feel pretty dry, honestly. So we're going to take this and we're just going to start just filling this with the Epsom salt. Yay, Allison. I am glad to hear that. All right, so you just want to make sure that it is, you've got every square inch of it covered, and that's going to help you not get glue all over your fingers. So I'm overfilling it. Okay. And then we're going to press. Press it in. Oh, I think this is going to work. Thank you, Dee. Okay. So, and then we'll just pick this up, flip it over to get rid of any excess. This is what it looks like right now. So I'm going to go around the edges and just make sure that there's none that are overflowing. Sorry about that, y'all. It's going to get loud. All right. Just moving all of this to the center. I don't want any of that. I don't want it covering the white at all. You made these types of crafts before? Becky, so these are all new. I haven't done this before. And I did test. This was my test before I came live to see if that was going to work. Now, I had not tested this, the Epsom salt. This was a new one. But I figured, you know what? Let's give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so now we're just going to take and do glitter. Now, you don't have to do this part, but I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to cover this in glitter. And this is going to fill any spots that have the glue showing. Just like that. Y'all, we forgot to do the hanger on this one. Oops. Look how pretty that is. You can see up close. Super fun. Okay, I see a little bit of glue here on the edge. I might have gotten a little too much glue on this one. Okay. So, like I said, we forgot to do the hanger. So, you know, you can just glue it to the back or whatever. I'll just glue it to the back. And then we'll add a bow. Let me just take some glue. What makes this salt stay together? Just the glue, because we put lots of glue of the Eileen's tacky glue, which I think is pretty important. Yeah, I definitely put too much glue in here this time, so the other ones did better. Note to self: don't do it the way that I did it. I think the other ones did a little better. And then we can add a bow as well. Gotta open up a new. Now you could also go in if you wanted to, like, and add like little ornaments on to the tree. You could do little red pom-poms. We can see what that would look like. So we'll just add this to the top here. And then you could do, let me find them. Let's see what it looks like. I've got some little bitty tiny red pom-poms. Okay, so I have this size here. We could do those once this dries. I probably need to wait until it dries. But we could sprinkle those on the tree, which I think would be really pretty. One more. Here we go. I think that would be really fun. We might need one more. So we'll wait until it dries and we'll add those, but that is so fun. Look at how beautiful that is. So y'all, I mean, use your imaginations. I think there's a lot of ways that you can do this. A lot of different things you can do with these little frames. So they come in a set of 3. They're 15% off today. So the regular $5.99. You can fill them with so many different things. You can do so many different things with them. Like I said, have fun with it. Have fun with it, y'all. And just use your imaginations on what you could possibly fill them with or how you could decorate them. And when you do, make sure that you post a picture and tag the celebration company, because I want to see your creation. I want to see what you come up with. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Make sure you check out the ornaments. Grab yours. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the last day of Christmas in July. Bye, everybody. Have a